So sometimes looking at the teaching philosophy, it can be a real challenge for some postdocs to put this together. That may be because you don't have a lot of teaching experience, or just because you've been focusing on your research and you haven't had time to build up the teaching portfolio that you think you might need. So one of the things to think about here is that this is really a way to talk about your philosophy of teaching. How would you go about teaching a class as opposed to just a catalog of the teaching that you've done? That's really a CV. A teaching statement or a teaching philosophy statement is really talking about how you'll go about teaching classes, what sort of outcomes you want to produce in the people that you are teaching. How do you go about using feedback to improve your teaching? So a lot more can be done here to be able to convey how your level of interest and the way you go out teaching to just simply listing classes that you've taught. Now, while having classes that you've taught is going to be an advantage in making those points, but one way to think about this if you haven't done a lot of teaching is to say how you would go about doing it and what your goals are for teaching in the future. One important thing to remember is frequently this is used as an indication of your writing skills. So it's very important that you make sure this statement is well polished, regardless of how much teaching you expect to be doing in your independent position.